Hello everyone, welcome to another Rags to Riches episode on Basingstoke. Hope you guys like the new splash screen. It feels very blue to me, and that's a nice change. A very nice change. I'm all about the pink, but blue's good too. Now, Basingstoke. Now we've been doing great. As you can see, we're currently sitting in second place in the league. We've been there for quite a while now. Several matches we've been sitting in second. We were in first, and then we had Plymouth. We literally lost to Plymouth to lose first place right there. 1 point. We'll have to get it back eventually. We'll have to fight for that first place position. But for now, second place is pretty good, beating Carlisle on goal difference and goal difference alone. We have the best goal difference in the entire league right now. And I got to chalk it up to our offense and our defense really pulling their weight. Second best defense, second only to Plymouth Argyle, and fourth best offense currently in the league. Plymouth does not have the best offense by far. We have a better offense than they do. Plymouth have only allowed 17. We're sitting at 19, and I believe it is Carlisle who is sitting at 20 goals allowed. So it's really tight race for the best defense in the league, but we're sitting there right now in second. And for a long time, we held first place, but we had a couple matches in a row that really aided our goal difference, and it was a little sad. As you can see, lots of transfers are going on right now. We're looking to dump Richard Duffy, Eddie Nolan, and Jan Piritas, all of them for 0 plus 10% where applicable. Hayden Smith coming in on trial, and I'm asking about Chris Maskwell and Florin Andriani, asking about their availability currently. We'll see how that works out. We're looking for a better goalkeeper. I'm looking towards going to League One next season, and our goalkeeper, I don't think is going to be good enough. Our defense is okay. Our defense is honestly okay, but our goalkeeper, I'd like to have a better one. Let's just put it that way. So I'm asking around, looking for loans, looking for transfers, preferably loans. The club doesn't have as much money as they think they do. They're giving me lots of money, and they really don't have that much money. We've lost $1.2 million this season, and we're only halfway through the season. So I'm a little concerned that perhaps we're going to be in a bad way. But we're hopefully going up to League One next season. That will help our financial situation. Fingers crossed. But I'm trying not to spend money, so we'll see how it goes. Currently, you can see our top goal scorer sitting at 19 goals. Admiral Musque. He has been doing a phenomenal job this season, just exploding out and firing shot after shot in the back of the net. Really uncharacteristic of him. But I have to say, I'm happy. I am not disappointed at all. Ollie Bassett being currently our best player. It is arguable. It's debatable, because we did sign someone back in November who is clearly better. Like, absolutely no contest better. But he hasn't played enough games to be thrown into contention yet. So, Ollie Bassett, currently our best player. Abdi Noor holding on to the most assists, but again, that new player I got is currently sitting at 6 or 7 assists right now, so he's going to pass up Abdi Noor in no time. Again, we've had him for like a month. So, it'll happen. Ollie Lee, currently best pass completion. Ollie Lee obviously doing what he does best for the team. Noor Hussein currently sitting on 4 Player of the Match awards. He's been doing great. The loan from Reading has been doing absolutely phenomenal. And Jake Goodman has been very disappointing this season on defense, picking up 10 yellow cards already. Not to mention his performances the past couple games have been declining. It does make me sad, as he is our best defense. But I'm sure he'll come around soon. So let's go ahead and look at the current state of affairs in tactics. So we just finished our Plymouth Argyle game. Actually, Noor Hussein, you should probably get some rest. My bad. So our new player, Fadil Sido. I picked him up. He's from Burkina Faso. And he has 3 caps internationally. We signed him for a key player. He is good enough for League One, which is great. Lewis Walters is as well. But those are really our only 2 players that are good for League One. We picked him up, and I don't know why he was out of a club. For all of 2018, he was out of a club, and that really is weird to me, given that he is definitely good enough, especially for 2,000 per week. Uh, I think he's honestly a steal. I'm surprised that we have him for as long as we do. He's put in 9 total appearances, 7 of that league, 2 for the FA Cup, rocking 4 goals, 7 assists, and 3 Player of the Match awards in 9 games. It's unreal. Its average rating is 8.19. This guy, like, he is probably going to be the best signing of the entire season, honestly. I am just blown away at how good he is. And the fact that we have him for 2,000 a week, too, like, that's just unreal. He's so cheap compared to some of the other players we've hired on. We have several players out on loan right now. If you go ahead and hide players not at the club. Sam Johnson's at loan at Eastleigh. Gary McCracken at Dorchester. Callum Kennedy at Oxford City. Adam Franklin, Weston-super-Mare. Aaron Burns at Port Vale. And Brian McFarland at Worcester. I'm looking to sell all of them if at all possible. We also have some youth players out on loan. I've been looking to actually, on the transfer market, been signing a lot of young players that will never play well for the first team, but if they train well, they could end up being a decent player for League Two sides, and maybe we could profit off of them, even if just a little bit in the future. I've been signing a lot of those players recently. Most recently, I believe it was Macaulay Serrell that we signed on, 18 years old, 4.5 stars, looking to be 2 stars, maxed out. This guy is massive. Attributes, yeah, 190 centimeters at 84 kilograms. He's almost as big as they come. He is just huge. And on top of that, he's looking to maybe hit 1 full gold star. I'm hoping for it. I'm really hoping he does, because I would like to keep him, I'd like to sell him to a League Two side when the time comes. But as it stands right now, he's very good for North-South soccer. Probably will end up being very good for national sides. And that's good. I'm excited for him. I think that'll be a good time. Also picked up Paul Morrison, who's another decent player. I picked him up for free, and again, hoping that he'll be good enough. Who's he wanted by? Transfer, lots of people. Fair enough, but he's on loan right now, so he's not going to be transferred. Anywho, where we've been doing great. Go and jump in the schedule. You guys can see how we've done all season right here. So, started off in a great way with a 2-0 win over Accrington Stanley, and then we managed to beat Portsmouth on TV at penalties for the Capital One Cup. It was honestly just an impressive performance by Musquet, putting in those extra goals and really stealing it there with the penalties. It was fantastic showing. And then just our league showing just kind of faltered off, and unfortunately Bournemouth crushed us in the Capital One Cup. But really, would you expect anything less from a Premier League side? We lost, unfortunately, on penalties to Oxford City in the Johnstone's Paint Trophy, losing immediately in that competition. Really sad, but what are you going to do, right? Again, continued to fail for a while in the league until Exeter allowed us to turn it around. And then Ebbsfleet, we just absolutely crushed them. It felt great. Losing to Fleetwood, but then Chesterfield 4-1 really started getting things going until we lost to Wrexham. Again, and you can see we were in a bit of a bad spell here. We had a bit of an injury crisis for October, November. A bit of a problem with injuries, and it really killed our momentum. But all of our players came back. We hired Cito. We signed him on just before the Rotherham match. You can see he did play against Rotherham. I think we had him for Dagon Red. He was probably in the subs for Dagon Red. No, he did play Dagon Red. He did play against Dagon Red. So this Rotherham match. Okay, so he must have been on the subs for this Rotherham match, because when we hired him on, he was at like 75% match fitness, and it's like, let's not play him. Played him first, that Dagon Red, and you can see we finally got up to Rotherham. We took him to home uh, on a replay and crushed him 2-0 with Cito really just rocking it and Hussein rocking it as well. It was a great showing against Rotherham. And since we had Cito, we've been on one heck of a streak. We have we have not won 3 games since we signed on Cito, since Cito started playing. We have not won 3 games, which is unreal. And Cito's often been, I don't think he's put in a performance under 3, or under 7, sorry. I don't think he's put in a performance under 7 since we've had him. At least for the games he's played in. So, he's really made a big difference here. We've been on a great tear, and I'm looking at Crush and Bury here. Oh yeah, we had Cheltenham, FA Cup second round. Didn't really matter. They beat somebody else in the second round. That didn't really matter. Where are they? Cheltenham. I feel like I went right past them. Why am I not seeing them? Oh, second round we beat them. Whoops. First round. Right. But they didn't play anyone important, so I'm not overly concerned about it. Bury didn't play anyone important either. Yeah, they beat Port Vale. Bury did not play anyone important either. They played Grimsby. They had to replay Grimsby, so I feel pretty solid against Bury here. Again, we're getting lucky with our FA Cup draws, just like we have in the past couple seasons, and it's paying off hugely for the club. I mean, without the money we've been getting from the FA Cup, I don't think this club would be financially stable. Like, the extra $500,000 cash influx we get per year from the FA Cup, without it, we would be just so horribly screwed. So, here's hoping that our 4th round, I'm just assuming we're going to beat Bury at this point. Our aways have been amazing. Out of the last 5 away matches, we've won 4 of them. So I'm assuming we're going to beat Bury. Not going to be a problem there. Whoever's going to be in the 4th round, here's hoping that either it's a Premier League side so we can get lots of money, or that it is another League 2, maybe even a League 1 side that's doing poorly that we can exploit and get another 100 grand out of it. So fingers crossed that that goes well. Our season's lining up to be pretty good, though. I'm really excited about the league. Ollie Bassett's currently the best player in the league. Musquet is currently 2nd in goals scored. James Collin is currently out injured, so Musquet could move up to a first-place position here in the next couple matches if he does well. Outside of that, Mansfield was winning, or they were first in the league for a while there, and they just kind of fell from grace. Their goal difference really hasn't been worth it. Ebbsfleet's holding on. They're doing their darndest to not be relegated. And they still stand a chance. Not a great chance, but they stand a chance. And honestly, I'm rooting for Ebbsfleet because they did exactly what we did. You know, they won and then they got promoted the exact next year after that, which is tough on a club, absolutely. But I'm hoping that they hold on. I'm really hoping they hold on, that they can help follow us up. But right now it's looking like they're probably going to get relegated, which is going to be a little sad, but true. Plymouth and Dagon Red have been the two I've really been fighting with the whole time. Carlisle just kind of shot up out of nowhere, and Mansfield kind of plummeted there. Doncaster, really disappointing. They used to be best in goal difference, and they've just kind of petered out, sitting in 9th place now outside of the playoffs. But so far the season's been pretty good. We're looking at a solid top 3 finish for us this year. We're looking to get promoted, so here's hoping that we do. Let's go ahead and jump down and go ahead and jump through the leagues real quick. I don't think there's really that much more to talk about. I asked the club for another senior affiliate. They said no. Really nothing else to mention. We're doing great. If you look at transfer activity, I guess, there's some names to look at for anyone who cares. Names and how good the transfers were for us. And yeah, as our finances are terrible. And our finances are terrible. So let's go ahead and look through the leagues. See, FA Cup, Capital One Cup, Community Shield, Paint Trophy, FA Trophy. So currently second round of the FA Trophy is the teams that are going well. We'll see who pops out on top there. Johnstone's Paint Trophy, the final will be held Rotherham versus Walsall. Rotherham getting a little bit of redemption as they were kicked out of the FA Cup pretty early there. Community Shield went to Arsenal over Chelsea. That's really funny looking at the past 5 years. Arsenal, Chelsea, Arsenal, Chelsea, Arsenal. Really funny there. Capital One Cup, semifinals, Watford, Swansea, West Brom, Man United. FA Cup, we already went through that. We're owning as Bury. We're hopefully going to go in the 4th round and see what we find there. And the South. Sitting in the South, Woking is currently winning on goal difference over Dartford. Also, Braintree, Margate, and Dulwich, whichever. All looking to hold on to those playoff positions. But Concord Rangers, Maidstone coming up real close there. On the bottom, Hemel Hempstead, Welling, Bishop Stortford, Weston-super-Mare, and Truro all fighting against relegation. Good luck to them. In the North, we have Stockport on top cleanly, followed by Guiseley and Nuneaton really wanting that position as well. But Stockport's really dominating, so good luck to them. Brackley, 7 points from 23 matches. Looking like they're going to go down. Gainsborough, Redditch, North Ferriby, Chorley, and Kidderminster all fighting to avoid relegation. And good luck to them. I mean, it's not easy. It's a tough match there. VNL, Morecambe dominating the league. Port Vale really wanting to go up as well as Forest Green, but only one of them can actually go up out of the playoffs, so we'll see what happens there. St. Albans definitely going down, and probably Hednesford as well. Macclesfield's doing okay. Solihull Moles is doing okay. But both of them are going to have to step it up if they want to avoid relegation. Aldershot's doing just enough that they might do well this next season. Crawley, a real big disappointment there. They used to be a League 2 side. Not doing so hot. League 2, we already saw that. Plymouth, Basingstoke, Carlisle all taking the top 3 positions, whereas Hartlepool and Ebbsfleet all both fighting hard to avoid relegation against York and Bury. But it's not looking great for Hartlepool or Ebbsfleet. In League 1, Brentford. Brentford's dominating, just edging it out over Bradford City. Millwall and MK Dons looking to go up as well. And on the flip side, Wimbledon did not really deserve to be promoted, it would seem. They are just failing miserably. I actually got a job offer from Wimbledon earlier this season. But obviously that's not going to be a case. We're taking Basingstoke to the top, not Wimbledon. Everyone else is fighting for relegation pretty hard. Oldham, Southend, Notts County, Rockdale, Blackpool. No idea who's going to get relegated. So it's a strong fight there. Barnsley really wanting to beat Coventry there. So we'll see what happens in the playoffs. Skybet Championship. Burnley, Sheffield Wednesday, rocking it. Austin Villa and Cardiff looking to maybe go up, but Cardiff a little less so, trying to hold on to that playoff position. On the flip side, Peterborough definitely going down, but Portsmouth, Brighton, Middlesbrough, and Luton all fighting real hard for that relegation, to avoid relegation position. So see what happens there. In the Premier Division, Tottenham topping the table right now, followed closely by Chelsea and Man United, Arsenal, and Everton. Man City falling behind, fighting the likes of Newcastle and West Ham. We're seeing Bournemouth going down. Leicester's holding on. Hull is holding on, and Norwich trying. They're trying real hard, fighting against Southampton. Uh, it's looking pretty straightforward, but we'll see what happens here in the Premier League. For Ivory Coast, we are going into the African Nations Cup, African Nations Group D. Our group is one of the tougher groups. We have Senegal, South Africa, Tunisia. It's an interesting group, but Democratic Republic of the Congo, Ghana, those are the teams we really got to look at for teams that we'll be seeing in the final. We'll see how the African Cup of Nations goes, but for now, we're looking good. I think we'll probably top our group. We had a really great 2018 here, so it's sitting pretty. Josh Grant, our youth player, 20 years old. We're looking to hopefully have him join our defensive ranks soon. Mark Ethelson's been really disappointing, so we'll see what happens. But for guys, that's going to have to do it for now. So remember, if you liked the video, give it a like, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. DFTBA.